Right, so this is my first attempt at recycling plastic. Basically, this is about a dozen 2 litre plastic milk bottles, HDPE or number 2 recycling. So you can use it with any number 2 plastic, which is HDPE. Chuck it in the oven at 175 degrees and it goes molten. This was just a proof of concept, just to test, see how it works. I think you can even see there, I probably could have melted it a bit better. There's still an expiry date from one of the milk bottles there. But this is about 10 mil thick. As it cooled, I just viced it and clamped it down. But I can make this a whole lot smoother by making a proper mould that I could then vice and tighten up as it cools down. But basically this is a really strong, decent, about 30 centimetres by 15 centimetres, so 30 by 15 by 10 mil thick, and 30 centimetres, sorry, by 15 centimetres by 10 mil thick. Now for my solar panels, I'm thinking I'll probably use this. I'll cut out some bushes and then flatten them off, drill a hole through, and I can actually then insert them into my wooden frame, and that will give anywhere where there's a bit of movement, it'll give it a whole lot more stability. You know, this is as hard as nails. I could even melt things into it. I mean, basically what I'm looking at using this for normally is a lot of my electronics I use. You obviously need an insulated platform to mount certain electronics onto so that you're not conducting electricity. So making plastic sheeting like this is not a bad idea. I can probably just go out and buy a breadboard that's, you know, exactly the same, but since in Geraldton we don't have recycling pickup, I figured why not just use all my plastic milk bottles that I generally put into landfill. Might as well just cut them up, chuck them in an old oven tray with some baking paper underneath, and like I said, heat it up to 170 degrees. After about 10 minutes you can just give it a press around and add some more and some more and some more in, and you end up with a plastic sheet. And you could actually laminate a whole lot of these on. From what I've seen, if you hit this with a heat gun and then heat another one with a heat gun and put those on top of each other and clamp them down, then you're doubling the thickness and so on and so forth. Yeah, so pretty cool. Making my own plastic.